Welcome back to Beer Matures. Today we've got We Don't Know Until We're There. We Don't Know Until We're There is by Green Cheek Beer Company. Foeder aged and bottle conditioned old school Saison. Get me cold, allow me to settle, and gently pour into your favorite clean glass. Leave behind the yeasty sediment at the bottom of the bottle. Drink while smiling. This is 6% alcohol. It's a big 750 milliliter bottle. I have chilled this in the freezer for about 15 minutes because I have had experiences where these do explode. And as you've seen on the channel in the past, it's not so great.
They like to explode at my house a lot.
Yeah, so I've chilled it down and hopefully that will temper it. We had one other bottle of this, but neither of us remember it. That was your birthday weekend, I think.
Oh. I don't remember that.
Yeah. Well, it was a good birthday weekend.
It was fun.
But yeah, it's a cool bottle. It's got Cheeky hiding behind a brick wall and a ladder going up in the air, and I don't know. It'll be exciting to try another one of these different beers from Green Cheek.
What's a Saison?
It's a type of beer.
Oh, okay.
It's a style that's not like quite farmhousey.
It's a pale ale.
There you go. It's a pale ale or a pale ale sour.
Saison, French, is a pale ale that is highly carbonated, fruity, spicy, and often bottle conditioned. It was historically brewed with low alcohol levels, but modern productions of the style have moderate to high levels of alcohol.
All right, so that's what we see here. It is a pale ale, so I am not expecting it to be sour, actually, at all. So I'm assuming this is an oak-aged pale ale. So I'm expecting a lot of oak flavors to it. Some woody notes, perhaps, and then some lightness from the pale ale part of it.
When you say woody...
Like, you know, if you ever bitten into a piece of wood or had a piece of wood, like at the popsicle at the end of a...
That's what I thought. Who wants to bite into a piece of wood? Who wants to drink wood?
Beavers.
Okay.
And woodchucks.
How much wood?
Could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck what?
What?
I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it on camera. All right, well, that's enough talking. Let's get to drinking. Here we go. Brew Matures bottle cap opener. Thank you, Rafa. Everyone. I guess there's only one way to do this.
What's going on right now?
It's not exploding yet, but I'm not taking the chance. We're just gonna go straight to pouring. The bubbles are starting to come up. We're just gonna go straight into the glasses now.
Is everything okay?
You clearly never had one of these explode on you before.
Did it explode when we were in Palm Springs for my birthday?
It did erupt in the sink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
But clearly it's doing okay now. It's all poured. We're good. There's a nice little head on there. Bubbles are streaming up from the bottom of the glasses to the nose.
Smells like it's gonna be sour.
I smell the Foeder aged part of it. A little bit of funky note there. That's the sour part you're talking about.
Woo.
Smells like it's going to be interesting. Smells like it's going to be a good beer.
I can't smell a certain flavor that stands out. It just smells like a
No, and there's nothing added to
farmhouse.
this. It was just aged in oak.
Yeah.
So there should be no flavor here. It should be very similar to that farmhouse ale we had, where it was just kind of like a base version of that style. Mm-hmm. So this is a Saison.
It's a what?
Saison.
Oh, yeah.
Was sour for you?
A little bit.
I think a lot of sour. A lot of funkiness there.
Yeah, it tastes like an armpit.
At the end, I get a little bit of pear.
It's sour. I don't get pear. You leave it in your mouth long enough, it gets more sour. Because I think it has to do with the carbonation too. I don't know if it's really sour, but I feel like maybe it's just the bubbles.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really sour for me here. A lot of that woody flavor from the oak Foeders there.
I don't know that flavor.
A little bit of pear at the end. It reminds me almost of like a champagne kind of taste to it. A lot of bubbly.
That's wild.
A little funky.
Champagne isn't funky, it's sweet.
A little dry, not super dry. I expected it to be more dry.
Yeah, this reminds me of that farmhouse that we had at your house that time.
Yeah.
It's good, it's tasty. I like it. I would definitely buy another bottle of this if I could.
Yeah, well, during your birthday weekend you hated this.
No.
Yeah.
You said you don't remember. I didn't hate it. That was my other personality.
I am enjoying it too. I think this is a good beer to have first. This is the first beer of tonight. So good call on that one.
Oh, thanks for being such a gentleman.
Well, they've probably seen about 7 videos of you getting upset at me not pouring to you by now, so I've learned. A little cloudy now. I think the little yeasty boys are waking up there.
I mean, there's not much to say because it doesn't taste like a flavor because there are no flavors added to it. It is funky, but it's not like I'm licking an armpit or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
no, it's not super funky, but just a little bit.
Yeah, it just reminds me of a farmhouse ale.
Yeah. I would say this maybe is a little cleaner than a farmhouse ale.
Maybe.
Of course, the one we had was much more sour, but that's neither here nor there. Mary, what would you rate this beer out of 5?
4.25.
Okay, it's pretty solid.
It's a little boring, I feel like.
But that's still an A rating for you.
Yeah, it's really tasty, but it's just a little boring. I'd rather have some kind of flavor in the beer.
I would have to agree with you there. I would like a little more flavor. However, this is nice and refreshing on the palate. I could have a full pour of this if I went to Green Cheek. Yeah. But definitely a beer you want to have first to try and get all those flavors because it is more subtle than other beers, especially sours that we're more used to. But yeah, this is one of our first forays into the Saison style. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 3.75. Not my favorite beer, but not terrible either.
Wow. You've really turned over to the dark side with Bottle Logic. I thought you loved the Green Cheek. I
do. This is a solid beer.
Sorry, Cheeky. He's a traitor.
No, Cheeky. Yeah, I love when Green Cheek does this type of stuff. They did have a couple others that were in these style of bottles that were a bit better than this in my opinion. But nevertheless, good beer. Let us know down in the comments below if you like it. Any other Saisons we should try. Let us know as well. Until next time, we're the Brewmashers, trying every beer from around the world. One sip at a time.